Hello everyone, welcome to the first match of the Priest video series. For this match we're going to be paired up against a Paladin, so brace yourselves, this might be a fairly long game. Let's take a look at our hand here. Yeah, MTG Squirrel, there he is. Enemy number one. Alright, so Shadow Word Death I definitely don't need in my opening hand, and Sludge Belcher is alright. Sometimes Paladins come out of the gates pretty quickly, but I'd rather have something earlier to play, like an Injured Blade Master, Pyromancer, Northshire Cleric, something like that. And Shrinkmeister is more of a turn 6 or turn 8 play in this deck because you want to combine it with Shadow Madness or Cabal Shadow Priest. So this hand's alright. I like having the Cleric. The Circle is good to combine with an Annihilator, and I don't really want two Shadow Priests right now, but you can always find value for them in this matchup. So playing out the Northshire Cleric turn 1 is a little risky because if he coins Knife Juggler, we don't have a Power Word Shield, and it could backfire pretty heavily. Lucky for us, we would have drawn it anyways, so it's not a huge deal. But this will prevent him from, this will make him hesitant from hero powering or maybe playing a mini bot, something like that, because he'll just give us free cards. And looks like we have a very symmetrical hand right now. Double Circle, double Cabal. I definitely want to save one of these circles for an Alchemy Soul Priest later in the game, after maybe he does a big Quartermaster or Muster for Battle play. But I can use the other one to draw some cards with Northshire Cleric. And I get pretty much the perfect top deck here. Injured Blade Master, I have the Northshire Cleric. Acolyte of Pain is not so standard in Paladin, but I think I'm actually going to give him a card because I also will gain an extra card from the Circle of Healing. And my hand is not so great right now. I need some action. I need something to do. So I think trading a card for a card is worth it in this scenario. And he's going to get at least one more card off the Acolyte. Possibly two. So we're both going to have a full grip here, but if I felt like my hand was really good, I don't know if I would have attacked it, because I would feel like I probably don't need the extra card, and I don't want to give him one. So he picks up a card, and he owls. So I'm probably just Thought Sealing here. Light of the Naru will go nice with the Pyromancer when I need to use that. Oh, and he says it's a mistake because, okay, I see what he, if he silenced first and then attacked into my Northshire Cleric would be a 1-2 instead of a 1-3. And that's actually pretty relevant because now I get to pick off this owl. My Northshire Cleric stays around and I can use it to attack a soldier token or something. So I thought Seal here, and Knife Juggler is not really what I want. It's okay, but not great. And Lotheb's actually pretty nice because I don't have a turn 5 play as of right now. And it will match up against a Sludge Belcher pretty nicely if he follows up with one. Okay, there's the Muster for Battle. Probably going to want to clear these off just because Quartermaster will be annoying. So I'm pretty sure I want a Pyromancer here. But the problem is I'm definitely not going to use my Circle because I need to save that for an Alchemy, like I said earlier. So my option is either play Knife Juggler and pick off a dude and kill a dude, or I can just simply Pyromancer and Light of the Naru. I think I'm going to Pyromancer and Light of the Naru. I just don't know what I should do with Light. I can heal him and get a Light Warden at 1 health, or I could just use it on my Blade Master, but then my Blade Master will be a 4-6 anyway. So basically I get a Light Warden at 1 health or a 4-6 Blade Master instead of a 4-5. I'm just going to heal him. I don't think the life total really matters in this matchup, at least at this stage of the game. This is going to come down to resource management and board control. More so resource management, because at some point, even if I have board control, he's just going to Equality Consecrate me and reset my side. So I really don't think this ends up being that big of a difference either way, because now he'll just attack my Light Warden and take the 3 damage that I healed him for either way. I don't know. I don't know if there's something better or not there. I think it's pretty much irrelevant either way. I guess if for some reason he wanted to play True Silver Champion this turn, then the Light Warden would be awkward. Okay, there's a Sludge Belcher. Now, I can't quite Shrinkmeister and Cabal Shadow Priestess yet. It's only turn 6, so probably going to save those two. Nothing good to do with Circle here. I could play the Shrinkmeister and just attack into it and keep both my guys alive, but that seems kind of weak, especially if I have double Cabal here. I think my options are between Lotheb and Sludge Belcher. The problem with Lotheb is he gets to attack past it and pick off my Pyromancer, or equip a better weapon and kill off something else. And also, if I play Lotheb, there's really nothing on 6 that I care about. I mean, it would prevent an equality consecrate, I suppose, but other than that, like, that wouldn't even be that strong of an equality, because it takes up his whole turn and he would just be left over with a Sludge Belcher. So I think I'd rather play Sludge Belcher and protect my other guys. Alright, unfortunately, he has a Sylvanas, and that's pretty annoying for a priest to deal with. Still want to wait on this Cabal. The choices now are between Lotheb and Harrison. Harrison does give me 2 cards, but the Light's Justice weapon itself is not very threatening. I think I'd rather save Harrison for a True Silver champion later down the road when it actually gets rid of a weapon worthwhile. If I felt like I needed the 2 cards right now, then I would probably play Harrison. But I have a pretty full hand, and I have some high quality stuff with the Cabal, Shrinkmeister, and even Ysera that I really don't need the 2 cards right now. So I think I'm going to go with Lotheb. It should prevent him from doing any equality shenanigans, and then I think I'm just going to have to take a risk with this Sylvanas, just eventually kill it. Hopefully he gets something that's not ideal for him. Just heal that Blade Master up, I guess. So he'll probably kill off my Belcher. Oh geez. Okay. I wasn't really playing around the MC tech, but at least he got at least he got the worst one. That's pretty lucky for us. It is worth noting though that if that Pyromancer sticks around, he can combo it with equality. That's a thing that can happen. Or what else does he have? He's thinking about something. Okay, there's a Shredder. I can take that with Shrinkmeister Cabal. That's a pretty good one. Okay, so what's the play here? Definitely not going to play Harrison or jam Ysera. I could do something with Knife Juggler, I guess. Not really good, though. I think the play here is going to be something involving Shrinkmeister and Cabal Shadow Priest. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do... Alright, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the Shrinkmeister on the Paladin Shredder. Then kill off the Sylvanas before playing Cabal, because I want to give him I don't want him to take the 4/5. So kill off the Sylvanas, see what he takes. And then Cabal the Shredder. I got the good set of RNG again. I'm not sure if there was a better way to do that. There very well could have been, but I think either way, this way turned out pretty nicely. Like I took control of the board and I'm in a commanding position. Unfortunately, here is like I just mentioned, he can equality now with the Pyromancer. But on the bright side, if he uses an equality now, then he might not have a second one. A lot of Paladins have been cutting don't play 2 equalities anymore. So if he equalities this turn, I'll just jam down Ysera. Yep, there's equality. So that does suck, but hopefully he doesn't have an answer to Ysera now. He's already used a silence and an equality. That's a little scary because it's probably going to stick around for another turn. Okay, another Pyromancer. Alright, so hopefully he doesn't have equality. And I get a Laughing Sister, which is not great, but hey, any additional resources will help this matchup in the long run. Alright, so he's going to have a lot of stuff costed fairly cheap here. And I think if I see a Thaurissan from Paladin, he might be a more control-heavy Paladin, just because I haven't seen a Mini-Bot or Knife Juggler or anything like that out of him yet. So I think he might have, and if he's playing Thaurissan, he might have a lot of expensive stuff or something a little additional. And Dr. Boom is a problem. I do have Pyromancer, so I can clear off the Boom Bots and the Thaurissan. Okay, well, I pick up Shadow Word Death, so that makes this a lot easier. But I think otherwise, I would have to, like... I would have had to take a hit from Dr. Boom, I think. So let's drop out the the Knife Juggler and the Laughing Sister. Both equalities are gone, so now I can pretty much just commit to the board as much as I want to. I do have to be aware of Consecrate still. He still has 2 Consecrates. But as far as committing bigger minions, I don't have to fear that. My hand is getting a little low. Cabal will be nice. Cabal basically will draw me a card when I use it, because I'm stealing something. And Harrison, hopefully I can pick off a True Silver or like a Tyrion weapon or something, because I think it's what I'm going to need to use to get back into this game. Because he still has more cards than me, and I know that he still probably runs at least 1 lay on hands. Okay, 3 mana Sludge Belcher. That's pretty good. I mean, I can kill it if I want to, but it's still annoying. I don't think I can use Light of the Naru on my Laughing Sister either. I could circle it, but alright, well, it seems like he has options because he's really taking his time here. 1 mana Eldor Peacekeeper, sure. He's debating playing something else, but maybe he has something bigger and he's worried about mind control. I'm not entirely sure. Alright, Blade Master. So I can Blade Master Circle, but I don't think I need to because I have the light. I can just heal it up to full anyways. And the light will give me an extra juggle. Okay, that was a really good Knife Juggler hit because now I can kill it off with my Knife Juggler and the Laughing Sister. But let's heal this guy up here real quick. Our Knife Juggler is a sniper. He went to sniper school. Had his training. Alright, so that worked out pretty nicely. And like I just said, he already used both equalities. So this is a really commanding board. I'm not really sure. I guess I'm kind of weak to Consecrate still. Yeah, he just Consecrates, runs his 3/3 into my Cabal, and I'm left with just my Blade Master. So, not as good as I would like to be. Yeah, and there's a Consecrate. That's expected, though. We're pretty far. Yeah, he's over halfway through his deck, and he hasn't used one yet. I'm really going to need something to get value out of this Harrison. And a 6 mana Kel'Thuzad. Alright. Well, I've been lucky with my, I've been lucky with his Sylvanas Steel and MC Tech Steel, so maybe I'll get lucky with my Sylvanas Steel. He has already used the Silence. He's gonna have to deal with this Sylvanas and get in at the risk of losing his KT. If for some reason he kills Sylvanas and I get a token, then I'm gonna be I'm basically gonna be all in on drawing an Arcanine Soul Priest, but I already have 2 Arcanine Soul Priests left, and I also have another Shadow Word Death. So it's not the entire end of the match, but KT is definitely a problem here. Oh, he's just gonna leave it up to chance right now. And what do you know? We get the KT. So yeah, I chose to show this game because I thought it was kind of funny. Like pretty much every RNG scenario went in my favor. I think it was definitely still winnable either way, but there were also scenarios where I could have just been completely screwed over at some point in the game. So not every video that I show will be, so RNG heavily in my favor, but I thought this was sort of fun to watch. And I think he actually just concedes here in a minute. Yeah, because I give my Sylvanas right back. Yeah, I would have drawn a death, so we would have still had a game. Yeah, that's a rage concede. Okay, so thanks for watching, everyone, and I will be back for the second match of the Priest video series.